"I didn't believe they existed until I saw this," said one of the group of scientists who examined the finds of archaeologists. What surprised the experienced researchers so much? Are we on the verge of a discovery that could change our entire understanding of the past? Watch this video until the end to find out about the most mysterious finds. Hi friend, you're on the Kurtop channel. 70,000-year-old bracelet. Scientists believe that this bracelet, 70,000 years old, was created by the Denisovans, an ancient species of hominids close but different from Homo sapiens and Neanderthals. If this is confirmed, the date of creation of the bracelet will have to be pushed back 30,000 years. The bracelet was discovered in Siberia, and perhaps it will change our understanding of the development of ancient men. It is already forcing scientists to reconsider known levels of technology. For example, a bracelet has a hole made by drilling and sewing. Ancient Maya artifacts. Archaeologists from Mexico recently went to the mysterious Chemuel Cave. This is a dark, mysterious place where the secrets of the ancient Mayan civilization were hidden for centuries. According to legend, this cave was the entrance to the underworld where, according to the Maya, deities lived, so they often used the caves for their sacred ceremonies. Among the finds are two ancient vessels that were carefully placed in the niches of the cave. They were probably used to collect water flowing from stalactites. Such water was considered sacred. Another object, a bowl on a tripod, was found upside down and placed under stones. This indicates that it could be part of a ritual, a sacrificial offering to the gods. Saharas Eye. This geological structure was seen by astronauts in 1965, and from there its name came. From the air, it looks like a huge eye surrounded by green circles. This is a dolerite intrusion surrounded by stunted vegetation, a rare occurrence in the desert. The astronauts even used it as a reference point because it is the most visible structure in Sahara. In the center of the object are siliceous breccias, special varieties of sedimentary rocks. This indicates its antiquity, which scientists estimate at millions of years. The oldest ring is about 600 million years old. At first, they thought that this was the place where a meteorite fell, but this theory was not confirmed. Then scientists suggested that Galb al-Rishid has a geological origin. New research shows that this structure was formed under the influence of hydrothermal waters. One of the most unique features of the Eye of the Sahara is its ability to change color throughout the day depending on heat emission. And although there is still a lot of controversy and speculation about the origin of this geological miracle, most modern scientists believe that this is a result of erosion after the uplift of a section of the Earth's crust. Alien skulls. It all started when the locals were digging canals for irrigation and accidentally stumbled upon these amazing finds. At the site, which was named El Cementerio, the remains of 25 people were found. 17 of them were children from 5 months to 16 years old, and the remaining 30 skulls are so deformed that they simply amaze the imagination. As archaeologist Cristina Garcia Morana explains, this form of skulls is a consequence of an ancient tradition when children's heads were tied together with wooden planks. This was done in order to highlight their social group or status, but the exact reason for this unusual custom is still a mystery. Colgante disc. An object called the Colgante disc at the Rafael Larco Herrera Archaeological Museum in Lima, Peru's capital, may be evidence that people in ancient times knew what the arms of the galaxy looked like. This artifact, believed to have been created some 2,000 years ago, looks like a spiral galaxy. But here's the catch: the number of arms on this disc does not match the number of arms in our galaxy. Assuming that the disk does indeed represent a galaxy, this calls into question many things we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. However, the Colgante disk remains a mysterious artifact that raises more questions than it answers. Tiny mummy in the Atacama. 20 years ago, in an abandoned mountain town in the Atacama Desert in Chile, the mummified remains of a humanoid just 15 centimeters in size were found. When this skeleton fell into the hands of a private collector in Spain, it sparked controversy about its origins and even appeared in a documentary as possible evidence of alien life. Scientists from California have been able to extract DNA from the bones of a mummy and reconstruct the real and tragic history of this creature, which received the name Ata. It turned out that this is not a guest from another world, but a girl who apparently was born dead or died immediately after birth, with terrifying mutations that determined her unusual physique. Despite the fact that she was only 15 centimeters long, some features of the bones indicated an age of 6 to 8 years. Instead of the usual 12 pair of ribs, Ata had only 10. The head was elongated and cone-shaped. Professor Harry Nolan, who conducted the study, believes that Ata was stillborn or died immediately after birth. Her deformities were so severe that she could not eat. In her condition, she would have been admitted to a neonatal intensive care unit, but such devices simply were not available at the site where her remains were found. It all started as a story about aliens, but in fact, it is a story about a human tragedy. A woman gave birth to a deformed child, which was preserved and sold as a strange artifact. In the end, this turned out to be a person with an amazing genetic history from which we can learn a lot that will help others. New species of prehistoric man in South Africa. Recently, a fantastic discovery was made. The fossils of an ancient human ancestor, Australopithecus sediba, who lived about 2 million years ago. Thanks to this find, the researchers were able to learn more about this amazing creature. It turns out that our distant ancestor walked the earth like a man, but at the same time, he could skillfully climb trees like a monkey. Among the fossils found were the lower bones of the back. Their shape indicates that Australopithecus spent a lot of time on legs, but also used his hands to climb trees. This important discovery helps us better understand how our ancestors lived and moved. The most amazing is that these bones were found in a cave in South Africa and belong to a female Australopithecus, which scientists have nicknamed Issa. In Swahili, it means protector. Moreover, Australopithecus had 5 lumbar vertebrae, just like you and me. This find is like a missing link in the chain of human evolution, confirming that Australopithecus was like a bridge between the great apes and us modern humans. Their unique movement combined 2 types of activity: upright walking and climbing trees. Discovery of the oldest nuclear reactor in the world. It's funny, but the first human reactor that produces electricity was created only in 1951, but a stone block in Auckland, Gabon already created nuclear energy 2 billion years ago. The history of the discovery began in 1972 when French scientists took a sample of uranium ore from a deposit in Gabon to test its uranium composition. And here scientists have come across a surprising discovery. The uranium sample contained less uranium-235 than usual. This meant that about 200 kilograms of uranium-235 disappeared somewhere in the mine. As it turned out, the missing uranium went through the process of nuclear fission and split into other atoms. It turns out that nature accidentally created a nuclear reactor operating under very specific conditions necessary for the continuous release of energy. And it really happened. First, there was enough uranium-235 in the ore to keep the reaction going. Second, uranium-235 naturally decays, releasing a neutron that initiates the fission process. And finally, there was enough underground water at the site of the reactor, which slowed down the neutrons and regulated the reaction. Mysterious signs of an ancient culture. We will dive into the secrets of ancient symbols and signs, which, like mysterious fragments of ancient codes, help us to better understand our roots. You must have seen the pentagram, a 5-pointed star, the symbol of magic and wisdom in the Hermetic tradition, and in Christianity, the 5 wounds of Christ. But a circle with a dot inside is not just a beautiful sketch, but a symbol of the sun, a sign of life and strength, which is found among the Egyptians and Incas. And the alchemists saw in it gold. The swastika also has ancient roots. Yes, it was a symbol of good luck and prosperity used in India, China, and Russia. And of course, let's not forget about simple geometric shapes: a square, a triangle, a circle. In Egyptian legends, the square personified the elements of the world. The triangle in Greek mathematics was a symbol of the Trinity, and the Chinese saw infinity and unity in the circle. Lolodov Plate. The Lolodov Plate is a stone dish that is about 12,000 years old. It depicts a disc resembling a UFO and a creature very similar to the modern idea of aliens. You can also consider a spiral galaxy. According to scholar David Gaiman, the disc was purchased from the city of Missouri in North India and belonged to the strange Sopas people who used such discs during religious ceremonies. However, he later admitted that he made this whole story up, including the creation of a sketch of the plate, which his friend then translated into black and white. Amazing artifacts constantly remind us that we still don't know much about the place where we live. But we know for sure that earthly riddles will sooner or later be solved. And while the secrets are not revealed and the inhabitants of other worlds are not discovered, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Watch this video as well about the findings frightening scientists around the world. See you on Kurtop.